What's good, what's good, what's good, what's good, man? Listen to you, Carlos, clap it up right quick. Okay. About to say, what happened, you know what I mean? All right, man, so welcome to another episode of Trappin' Tools. This is episode 57. Jose, we in LA, dog? So in case people ain't know, Jose is not Spanish. He black. Episode 57, man, welcome, welcome, welcome. You in on YouTube right quick, we live. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and also make sure you share this out, man. The goal is to grow this. If you're in the crowd right quick, I want you to do something, man. While you're here with me, I need you to go to your Apple Podcast, download as many of them as you can, share to as many people as you can. Episode 57, man, let's get to it. If you think like everyone else, if you act like everyone else, in a world where everyone is similar to everyone else, then the outcome you get in life will be like everyone else. And we truly see that vividly, that end result don't benefit us. It doesn't benefit your household. It doesn't benefit your kids. It doesn't benefit anyone. But yet, it rewards those who have generationally inherited sovereignty. Sovereignty on the chessboard of America. The masses often birth the status of the pawn. The pawn is to be sacrificed. The pawn is to suffer. The pawn is to live and dwell in strife. But if the pawn can get to the other side of the board, the pawn can be whatever it wants to be. How do we transition from being a pawn to a knight, from a pawn to a bishop, from a pawn to a rook, and for the ladies, from a pawn to a queen? If you can transition to any one of those pieces, you can become dangerous. If you can transition to any one of those pieces, you can actually win the game. But the pawn can't win the game. The pawn cannot win the game. We have been coerced, just subtly, into accepting some financial norms. Educational barriers, banking barriers, financial barriers, and the list goes on and on and on. We more than often capitulate or surrender to those realities. And the more we surrender, the harder it is for us to be victorious. The Trappin' Tools represents a new norm, a revolutionary way to think. So when we say Wall Street looks like us now, this is not only our battle cry, it is the proudness. It's the proudness that sat into the chest of our foremothers and forefathers. It is the proudness of the people who was bold enough to say power to the people. It is the courage that David had to cock back the slingshot to go kill Goliath. It was the proudness of these men and women in Oakland, California, who went to the Supreme Court and said, not today, Ronald Reagan. It was the proudness that Muhammad Ali had when he raised up his hand, when he beat Sonny Liston. It is that energy. There's a proudness in that energy. We can give birth to an exponential financial transformation. It is the boldness of representing something new. It is the boldness of our people knowing that they got holes down and dogs sicked on them, but it was the boldness of them to still say that we shall overcome. Let's take boldness. Wall Street looks like us now. Here's a message. Trappin' Tools is our headquarters. And we are the face of the financial revolution. We don't care about being next to the celebrities. We don't care about any of that. Because the only thing that matters to us is financial change. The only thing that matters to us is seeing our parents retire well. The only thing that matters to us is parents seeing grandkids be set well. The only thing that matters to us is how do we financially pivot from where we are to where we need to be. Everything else is obsolete. Because real change truly starts in the mud. Real change truly starts with the people who are still seeking it. I've never seen a politician change my situation. I've never seen a president change my situation. I've never seen a law put in place that helped the single mama stop working 2 jobs. But I did see an act put in place that told that single mother, if you have a man in this house, we will cut you off. I saw that place. I did see laws that put low-income, black, brown, Hispanic in jail consistently, breaking and crippling households. I saw that. And it also put me in a mindset of, if you allow them to feed you, you give them permission to starve you. And so when I heard my mentor, Eric Thomas, said, every day the lion and the gazelle gets up, but every day they both get up, they both have a different mission. They both have a different goal. They both have a different objective. They both are living on different terms. And so when I looked at that and I broke that down, I realized that every day the lion gets up to hunt and every day the gazelle gets up to run. But what happens is, even in the days that the lion doesn't get the food, it collects the data and it builds up the muscle to get up and hunt tomorrow. But no matter what the gazelle does throughout his life, it is always in survival mode. And so how do we transition from being financial preys to being financial predators? How do we kill the gazelle in us and give birth to the lion? How do we do like the butterfly? How do we be a caterpillar and we get into this cocoon where we kill ourselves and we go through this metamorphosis, but once we come outside of the cocoon, we no longer look at life the same. We're looking at life from a higher level. We no longer want to eat the worms. We no longer see the world from the bottomless place. We see the world from up high. And once you change your appetite, you cannot go back. So exposure is often what changes us. Exposure is often what helps us develop new characteristics. Exposure. Consistent exposure. Continuous exposure. How does the slave go from one talent, ducking it off, hiding it, being called wicked and slothful, from saying the next time I get a talent, I'm gonna do everything in my will to reinvest it, because if I reinvest it, I don't know what the outcome gonna be. But if I hide it and stick it in the dirt, I know what that's gonna be. I'm always come back with one. How do we transition? How do we evolve? My favorite saying is, in order to evolve financially, you have to become what I call financially callous. And if you know anything about a little hard work, you know anything about working out, what happens is, the more you work out, your hands start to develop this callus, and that is to protect you from the iron. And what happens is, now, after a certain amount of time, once you develop the callus, you start to lift the weight, you don't even worry about it hurting. And so for my goal is, I care so much about the end result. The process is just a formality. The process is just there to tell me, how do I make adjustments? And my end result is the byproduct of me adjusting during the process. Well, Trappin, I lost $113,000. How do I come back now and went on 14 or 16 trades? Well, there was a lot of data in the process. I'm always looking to learn. My highest position in life will always be the student. I don't want to be the master. Because when you master something, you become cocky. When you master something, you become arrogant. When you master something, you feel like I can't learn no more. So when I look at Warren Buffett, who is considered maybe the greatest investor of all time, he's 90-something years old, and yet he still reads 500 pages a day. And yet, after I read 40 pages, I get sleepy. But it's something that he learned along the way. There's a reason why even a man of that stature still reads 500 pages a day. Well, it means that to me, he cares more about being educated than being entertained. Because building wealth is a never-ending journey. Changing your life is a never-ending journey. Being somewhere and going somewhere you've never been is a never-ending journey. And so the minute you feel like you've arrived, what I've learned that is the minute you arrive, you meet adversity. And most people fail in life because when they meet adversity, they haven't done the research, they haven't done the have taken in the data, they haven't done the self-reflection to help them get through it. So I texted my OG today and I said, this thought came to my head and it said, you can't, in order to be great, you must actively engage in the adversity because it is the adversity that makes you worthy of greatness. And I love when I hit my OG with something like that because he texted me back and said, ooh, Trap. I'm always learning. I'm always evolving. And so when people ask me, Trap, what was the click? What was the switch that helped you know? I'll be like, I'm still learning. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna lose some money. The market gonna do something that I didn't account for, but I don't care. I don't care about losing money or making money. I care more about being able to execute when I see the opportunity. The better I get at executing, the byproduct of that is more money. And so once we get into that, once we develop that ideology, once we develop that principle, it's easy for us to play the game. Welcome to Wall Street. Welcome to Trappin' Tuesday, episode 57. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. Let's go, Jose. Let's go, Jose. All right, man, if you're on YouTube, man, let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up, man, because Jose be on me about these people getting the likes up. I be like, Jose, they trappers. They be listening. They don't be having time. They be in the message, bro. He be like, I don't care. Get the likes up. All right, so let's go a little further. Let's get into this, man. Y'all know how we do it, man. So every week, I created this sitting down because I felt like in order to create a movement, everybody in the movement needs to have something to believe in. And so if you've been trapping for a while, you know this mantra it means everything to me. It means everything to me because when I made this, when I was sitting down, like, I visualized this very moment. I visualized us having the opportunity in front of each other, speaking to 400 people, 500 people, 600 people, and everybody reciting a mantra, not because they see it, because they believe in it. And because at some part of it resonates with wherever you are at in your journey. So I need everybody to stand up with me right quick. And y'all know the routine. And if you knew, just act like you know the routine. If you've been trapping for a while, go be like, hey, this the routine. Jose, how you feel? Amazing. All right, let me shout my team out right quick. Dave, how you feel? Great. George, how you feel? We got a tool, God damn it. DJ, how you feel? I don't like that. Brandon, how you feel? God damn it. Josh, how you feel?
We trapping.
Okay, okay. Oh, watch the God, my God. That's about to be. Tootie, how you feel? How you feel, dog? Okay. That's my dog. All right, man, let's go, y'all. I am a certified Wall Street trapper. I'm confident in my ability to make great investments. The stock market is a machine that prints money. And I am more than capable of operating this machine. Not only will I free myself, but my family will eat for a lifetime based off the information I apply today. Today, I'm a money maker and a wealth builder. Today, I break the chains that anchor me to that poverty mindset. My ancestors will smile now because I have turned our last name into an asset. My family's purchasing power will increase indefinitely. Today I make the declaration that no longer will I be a slave to money. No longer will the generations behind me inherit lack. No longer will I submit to selling my time for money. I am a first generation millionaire. I am the architect of my family's legacy. I am a certified Wall Street trapper. And Wall Street looks like us now. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right, man. Let's shout out to the Patreon because they going crazy right now. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Let's rock out then. Okay, we trapping for sure then. God damn it. God damn it. All right, so let's get into it, man. So we're going to get in this first segment called Word on the Street, man, where we just talk about what's going on in the market right now. So first thing is the Dow Jones was down today. I think it's kind of on pace now for a minute. The S&P was down today as well, but the NASDAQ skeet a minor win out today. The thing about that is, so yesterday I made $40,000, right? Yeah. Listen, we print money over here, baby. We print a little money. We gonna print a little money. And then somebody asked me for some money.
Come on, I'm broke, baby. I ain't got no money. Bull. I see you shining.
I ain't got no money, family. All my money tied up in investments. I ain't got it. But today, Dave, let's go to the recession portfolio right quick before we go to it. So today, I think the market took 10,000 back from me today. Let's see. So if you're in the Patreon, we did this Apple play maybe like 2-3 weeks ago. Today, Apple hit us, we got 1,400 back, but we still down 1,200. But we don't get out of it till June 2024. I think we'll be all right. And the dope part was we got into this NVIDIA play maybe 3 weeks ago, and it started sinking on us. And maybe it went down about $5,000, depending on where you was at. And I told the team in the Patreon, I said, hey, check this out. We're not going to panic because August and September are the worst months. But NVIDIA has earnings August the 23rd. So for 2 weeks, we watched it kind of go down. And what I love about that, Jose, is Like, I always tell people, Jose, that the one thing I can't teach you is how you are going to respond when you lose some money. Because it's going to bother me. I understand that it's a part of the process, right? I understand it. And I have points where I'm like, all right, I got to pivot out right now, right? But when them people's money start getting in the red, they love you, but then they get aggressive. Man, Trap, what we doing? I be like, what you talking about? I ain't saying nothing. Then they start DMing me because they wanted to be like, they want to make sure I hear. And they be like, all caps. So I want to, hold up, who wrote the rule that all caps mean I'm fussing? I need to know where that come from. Because I just immediately know that all caps, you fussing at me. And then they be fussing hysterically because they put like exclamation points behind it. And in my mind, I'll be like, well, you better check your tone. I ain't heard a word. You better check your tone, you know what I mean? And so they be like, man, Trap, what we doing, bro? Man, let me know, Trap. If you don't panic, I ain't panicking. I'll be like, bro, I'm good. I'm not panicking. And I want you to understand that I'm not panicking because of the dollar amount. I'm not panicking because I know that this is part of the game. So let me make you understand this, y'all. Show of hands right quick, and how many people won't make some money? That's why. Hold up, my man with the white t-shirt on with the collar, you ain't raised your hand. You already got it? You good? That's wifey on side you? I don't want. Cause she's just like, shit, we don't need that money, Trap. We good. Shit, I'm in LA. I want to know what you do for a living. Shit. Get me out the market. You feel me? I thought Atlanta was bold, Jose, but like LA, like you see the difference. Like in LA, you see it. Like you see your poverty and you see it. There's no middle ground in LA. Nah, there's no middle ground. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. And I don't like it because it can be, it can discourage or it can motivate, and most people are discouraged before they motivated. You feel me? Like, you walk out the hotel, you see Lambos, you see Bentleys, you see, and what happens is most people attach that to success. And one thing I learned about, let me say this, Jose, that I love, I don't mind somebody spending a little money. I'm cool. Like, I don't like the people on Instagram that be saying, like, the reason you broke is because you buy Starbucks every day. Bro, I had problems before that. I had the product before the Starbucks, family. You feel me? So anyway, so we've been in a play, and we was down about $5,000, $6,000. And, well, I was down about $5,000, $6,000. And that was probably about 14%. And so one day, I saw it falling, and then it hit 407. And I said, yo, it's time for us to roll this call down from 470 to 415. Now, certain things about this game is you won't always explain it, but you get a feel for it. And that's why I want you to really focus on executing more than being right. I always say, do you want to be right or do you want to make some money? You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we focus so much on being right, we miss the money. The T's ain't crossed and the I's ain't dotted. Well, the sentence still was made. You feel me? It was a typo. I forgot to dot them. So we wrote it down to 415, and bro, and it's crazy because we wrote it down on a Wednesday, Thursday went up, Friday went up, and Monday it went crazy yesterday. So the people in the chat who was losing money, they're like, yo, Trap, I'm printing money, baby. One thing about us, hey, you gonna feel good when you print some money. And I love that. So again, in 1 week, we went from being down 5,000, I'm me, to being up 32,000. Yesterday, we was up 42,000 on one play. So today, when it takes 10,000 away from me, I don't panic. I'm all right. Because tomorrow we got earnings. Now, here's the dope part about it. Today, NVIDIA hit an all-time high. It hit 480. So I woke up this morning, And first of all, I understand why people in Cali have a hard time being in the market because you got to get up early. I was up like, God damn, what time it is? 6 o'clock. Damn, I just went to sleep. They talking about opening bell. I'm like, what? What the fuck? It's 9 o'clock in the A. So it hits 480, and I'm like, okay, bet. But what I realized was, again, understanding the market. All right, it's at an all-time high. Boom, guess what's about to happen when it hit an all-time high? It's going to sell off. Why? People want to take profit. It ain't enough for me to be, and I can't control when they're going to stop taking profit. Is that making sense? I can't control that. So here's what I do know, though. I know that NVIDIA reports earnings tomorrow evening. Now, I'm not going to lie. That is probably going to be one of the most important earnings calls we've ever listened to. Here's why. The entire stock market right now, the reason why it ran the last couple of months was because AI was the catalyst to moving the market. Y'all with me right now? Okay, wait, let's do this. So because we live, if you agree with me, you say, we trapping. Okay, if I be like, you with me right now? You say, we trapping. If you not with me, say, nope, trap, I don't get it. And if you don't agree with me, then that's on you for being wrong all the time. All right, so and the reason why this is going to be one of the most important earnings calls of all time because this is going to dictate the future. The market has been running heavy because the market believes in artificial intelligence and everything that is going to surround that. NVIDIA, without a doubt, is the leader in that game. It is the leader. It is the reason why the market is moving the way it's going to be moving. Now, I had wrote something down, and I say the 3 things that I'm going to be looking for tomorrow is, and you can write this down, 1 is demand. I want to see NVIDIA tell me what is the demand for their space. I need to understand the demand. 2, I want to see if they are going to give out guidance the way they did the last quarter. And if you don't know what guidance is, that means they're going to set a precedent for what they're going to do the next quarter or the end of the year. And that's always important for me because they are telling me, here's what we're expecting. Now, a lot of companies haven't did that because the future for a lot of companies is bleak. Y'all understand me? Nope. Jose, what's the problem? What we doing? Oh, they were taking notes. All right, so I'm going to give them 2 seconds. Okay. You have, like, we trapping. All right, so it's important tomorrow. Now, here's what I will say. If NVIDIA misses earnings, and because it's after the bell, we're going to get out that play. I'm going to get out that play. I'm going to get out that play. And the reason why I'm going to get out that play is because if it misses earnings, now I already understand that September is an even worse month it is the worst month of all time. Statistically, I don't want to give the market everything back and then go through a whole month of it being that way. So what I'm going to do is say, you know what? I'm going to take whatever it left me and I'm going to get on the sideline. So a lot is riding on this play tomorrow. I want us to have an idea that even though we don't panic, we still make adjustments according to the data that is presented to us. We trapping or we trapping? All right, like for me, I always say once the emotion marries the data, it's easy for me to execute. But I can't have one without the other. If I got the emotion and not the data, then I ain't gonna execute. If I got the data without the feeling, I'm not gonna execute. The emotion and the data is what makes me a lot of money. We trapping or we trapping? Bro, LA is getting it. We on it, we vibing. All right, so we up this year, just off these 2 plays, we up 31,000. But what I will say is, I should have showed y'all. You see where it says cash, 350,000? Well, 290,000 of that is profit from this year. So I think the next show, I should have showed Dave the year to date, the realized earnings. I should have put that down, Jose, because moving forward through the end of the year, we're going to put realized earnings up there. So that means I cashed it out. So year to date, I think we up 290,000. My goal this year was 200. We blew that out the park. And that ain't even counting what's sitting right here. If NVIDIA kills it tomorrow, we'll probably get to 500,000 this year, just out the game. That's the importance of being able to print money. No matter what level you on, for sure. No matter what level you on, no matter what you're doing. Oh, I see my brother in here. Dude, what's up, bro? I ain't seen my brother. Man, my goddamn, man. Y'all ain't never listened to that podcast? Yo, they nice. They real nice. All right, so let's go a little further. All right, so here's the plays in the recession portfolio. I should have showed, Dave, go one more. All right, boom. So right now we up 23% on the year. The market is only up 14%. As usual, yo, I just be beating the market up. I be chastising the game, yo. I be chastising it. And so one of the things that happen to us in the game is they often tell us that we can't beat the market. They often tell us that you shouldn't focus on beating the market. Why the hell am I playing the game? But the reason why they tell us those things is because if we don't think about beating the market, then that means that they can beat the market for us, and now they get to get paid off us. I'm going to keep it real with you. Nobody don't care more about your money than you. And the most important decision you will ever make is how much of my money am I going to let work for me? And I'm going to be real with you. Can't nobody make more money for you than you. So even the people in the Patreon that move because they see me move, I'm going to be honest with you. They'll make more money once they learn how to do it for themselves because now they're not waiting on me. Don't get me wrong, you're going to make money with me, but when you start learning how to go fish without me, you can be like, you know what? I'm going to make money with Trap and I'm going to make money on my own. Two brains is always better than one. I like when Jose make them noises. That means I'm spitting. All right, let's go a little further, Dave. A little more. All right, so let's get into the content right quick. So we got a heat check right now. Today was still a pretty good day. We see more calls than puts. Let's go a little further. One more, Dave. Boom, this is our heat index, our heat map. You're gonna learn about that tonight. I'm gonna show y'all how I pick options trades that always bang out and how do I beat the market every year over the last 2 years. Once I give y'all this cheat code, I promise you, you're not gonna never see the market the same way again. Let's go a little further, Dave. This is what I want y'all to see. Now, in a matter of 3 weeks, this is the fear and greed index. So you can check the temperature of the market by looking at this. Over the last 3 to 4 weeks, this has went from 70, even 83 to 47. And we see 47 is neutral, so that tells us that the market is cooling off. Now, here's what I want us to understand. When the market starts to get into that fear zone, I want us to be in position. So that's why I always say let's be in position, because the more money we can take from our account and put it in the clip ready to execute, the easier it is for us to pull the trigger. So a lot of times we got to go from the bank account, transfer the money from the bank account to the account, and then to the account, now we looking for the play. That causes us to miss the money. Am I making sense? All right, where my people that done, where my people in here right now, raise your hand if you done wanted to execute but the money ain't cleared yet. And so now you telling me, man, Trap, I wanted to make the play, man, but the money, it ain't the people's fault. You the one not in position. So my goal is to always put us in position. Let's go a little further. All right, before we do this right quick, I want y'all to do something for me right quick. I want everybody to... Hold up, D-Dub, what's popping? Mom Duke's in the building. Mom Duke's in the building, y'all. So so I want y'all to know something, man. This is my mama's first show with me, y'all. And yeah, man. And so this is my mama's first show, so I want y'all to do something. I want y'all to stand up with me right quick, y'all. Yeah, I want y'all to do this. I want y'all to do this for me, man. I want y'all to work my mom right quick, y'all. Come on, baby. It's all good, baby. Yup. Yup. Yup.
I'm so proud of you.
So, I want to give my mama these flowers right quick, y'all. You feel me? Man, I often tell people that, you know, I was 9 years old when I saw my mom get shot 6 times. And that was my introduction to the streets. At 13, my mama went to prison. My grandmother had passed away. So when I tell people I was homeless, like this was real for me. I was really homeless. And I can only imagine what my mama went through as she was sentenced to 5 years in prison while her only child on the street. I don't know what she went through. I don't know, because I was in survival mode. I'm 13, it's New Orleans, yo. Like, it's kill or be killed in this moment. And I was a little tadpole trying to swim with sharks, but it was because of what she had taught me. And some people might not agree with the things that she showed me, but I remember this thing you told me. You said the world is real and the world is raw, and if anybody gonna teach it to my boy, I'm gonna teach it to him. And I'll never forget that. I never forget that. And so I know that we have been building our relationship. We have been getting past our own traumas. Our own traumas. We've been getting past that. And so for me, man, this seeing you cry on that jet yesterday, seeing you excited to being around the crew today, man, I wouldn't be here if you wouldn't have taught me what you taught me. And I don't care what the world say. And so I want you to know, man, you deserve this. It's a lot more where it's coming from. And I just want you to know, man, I love you and I appreciate you, man. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's too much for me right now.
It's all right. Let's go, baby. Yeah. Who knew you'd have taught me about a triple beam back then? Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. You feel me? Hell yeah, man. Yeah, man. That was important to me, y'all. God damn it, Trap. God damn. Gangsters don't cry. God damn. Dude, can I talk about that on your show, bro? All right, man, so Dave, let's get into it. All right, so watch this, y'all. Let's get to it. So watch this. So Nike is a brand that we all know, but it is on a 9-day losing streak, and it's the longest losing streak in 25 years, right? It's the longest losing streak that the company has had in 25 years. So watch this, though. Let's go a little further, Dave. So here's what I always go and research, like, what's going on. And so I saw this graph, and the graph said that while Nike is the global market leader, next is the Jordan brand, then Adidas, but here's a brand that we all sleep on, Skechers. Now, if you're in a group, I put Skechers in there a couple, like last week. And it wasn't because of this, it's because I researched companies so much. Now watch this. I didn't realize that Skechers, so Nike is a global brand, but Skechers is a niche brand. They have a certain audience and they serve them well. So when I did the research on it, you know me, I said, okay, let me see, because this is a game of returns. I don't care about, like I always tell people this, yo, I look for the boring businesses because the boring businesses make you the most money. And the reason why they make you the most money is because the boring business often get overlooked by the biggest investors. Because they go with brand name. So watch this. Nike year to date, means from January 3rd to now, it is down 14%. That means if you own Nike from January 3 till today, you are down on that. But Skechers from January to now is up 17%. So Skechers not only beating Nike, but Skechers is also beating the market. We trapping or we trapping? Watch this go a little further. So I said, all right, well, maybe they just having a good year, right? Maybe it's just a good year because companies can have good years. This happens. So I went and looked at the 5-year return. So this gives me a body of work now. So in 5 years, Nike is only up 23%. In 5 years, Skechers is up 65%. It more than doubled it. It more than doubled it. And so what I want us to understand is, for me, I don't care about Nike ain't going nowhere. That don't mean nothing to me. Nike ain't making me no money. I don't care if they ain't going nowhere. There's a whole bunch of skaters that say this is what we rocking with. And guess what? They spending the money. So what I want you to understand is, here's a gem that I always tell. Once you find a company that's big in the industry, go find out who its competitors are, because the competitors a lot of time can outdo the company. In case you're somebody like Apple or Amazon. Then we talking about a different ball game from performance. But a lot of times, the other companies inside of that industry can be outperforming the big company. And Skechers is a prime example of that. We trapping or we trapping? Jose, you think they got that? All right, let's go a little further, man. I like it. All right, so this next one is, what we got, Dave? So watch this. So LA, they trapping. I'm not gonna lie, LA. This is truly inspired by you. So when I saw this dude come on TV and say this, and I asked the people last night at the elite dinner. Shout out to my people that came to the elite dinner last night. I know I'm gonna say something. I told my support team we're gonna get a lot of emails because it was supposed to be 30-something people. I was like, oh man. So when the guy came on TV and said, we not worrying about the people stealing, I said, oh, he just opened up a door. You supposed to keep that in-house. You don't get on national TV and say that, because you done opened, people starving right now. You don't entice the lion. You don't dangle the meat. You let him do it. So I was listening to, damn, I don't want to say this out my mouth like that. Dick's Sporting Goods. Listen to Dick's Sporting Goods today, and their stock plummeted today by 24%. And the number one reason, because they missed earnings, they missed revenue, and they lowered their guidance in half. But the number one reason they said was because people stealing too much. They said we can't control it. They say we cannot account for how much people are stealing out the stove. But this ain't the first time I heard that. And so I'm going to tell my trappers this. Until we get in better economic times, I would stay away from the retail sector. Because even Target said it. Gap said it. Macy said it. It was like, yo, it's the shrinkage and the theft, like we can't account for it. So if I'm y'all, if you already own it, keep it. I'm not gonna say get rid of it. Well, not get rid of Dick's Sporting Goods, But if you own like Walmart or Target or something, I'm not gonna tell you get rid of it, but I would say don't get into a better position with it, because I think this is gonna be an issue until we get in better economic times. Also, the ETF is XRT. I would stay away from it because this is only going to increase. And this is happening at such a large scale, now it's eating away at the profit. So what slim margins you did have now become null and void, or they become eradicated because people now taking it. Is that making sense? All right, let's go a little further, Dave. All right, so here's what I want you to write down. Here's 5 simple concepts I feel all investors should educate themselves on. 1, you should always understand what a moat is, because that is what gives a company a competitive advantage. It's the one thing that Warren Buffett loves to talk about. Moat, 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 moat. Number 2 is quality. I'm a firm believer that you don't have to look for the next best Amazon, because Amazon is the quality company. You don't have to look for the next best Tesla, because Tesla is a quality company. You don't have to look for the next NVIDIA, because I think when you find quality, you should stick with it. You should learn what quality is in a business. Next, risk management. That's important. It's understanding, for me, how much am I willing to put in a certain position? How much am I willing to risk on a certain position? And the reason why that's important is because if you have, let's say, $5,000 in your account, I don't think you should put all 5,000 into one thing. Risk management. Am I making sense? All right. Next, the margin of safety is important for me, because that helps us learn how to buy companies at discounts. And one of the things I always say is, if you buy every dip, you're going to run out of chip. If you buy every dip, you're going to run out of chip. Every dip isn't a buying opportunity. And when you plan this game, if you understand value, then you'll understand when to buy. And lastly, this is mine, it is focus on learning what free cash flow is. And that's the money that a company has after it pays everything off, and they can sit that to the side. If that can keep growing, it's a good chance that that business will not go out of business. We trapping or we trapping? Let's go a little further. All right, and I want you to write this down. I came up with this, and it's important. So I always be looking at the women, and they talk about journaling is important. And I started journaling. And I realized that it really makes you feel good. It unleashes something. It's kind of like therapy. It's therapeutic. Jose, do you journal? Don't lie. Do you journal? No. That means no. And your iPhone? Man, you don't be journaling, man. All right, so what I've learned is the more stuff you write down, the better you are at understanding what's going on. So what happens is we have tendencies. And a lot of times people are investing and they aren't understanding why they're doing the things they're doing, and they don't understand what they're doing. They're just following someone that's doing. Right? So one of the most important things for me was saying, write it down when you purchase a stock and write down when you sold a stock. And you need to write down why you purchased it and why you sold it. Don't just sell it. Whether you're right or wrong. Right? The next thing is the psychology checklist. Write down 3 things that you notice when you make an investment decision. 3 things about yourself that you notice. 3 things about yourself that you understand. What's the process? So for me, I noticed that, like, if I did all the research about it, like, there's something that happens in me when I do all the research and I know I flipped over everything, but I also notice there's a little doubt in me, not to execute, but there's a doubt in me because I realize that once I've done all the research and I feel like I know everything, something in me says I'm missing something. Because the minute you feel, and I learned this from Charlie Munger and Ray Dalio, they say the minute you think you know everything about a stock, you've missed something. And so for me, then I start to look at the inverse, meaning like what can cause it to go wrong. And it isn't until I figure out what can cause a stock to go wrong till I feel fully educated. Does that make sense? I like to learn a company inside and out. So know your tendencies. Write them down. Number 3, make an investing checklist. Like, what is the criteria it takes for you to buy a company? What does that criteria look like? Now you're starting to ask yourself, what does it look like for me to buy a stock? What does it not look like? And if you don't have a criteria, then you freestyling. If you freestyling, I promise you, you're gonna lose more money than you make. Number 4, where am I getting the information from? Don't just say trap. Even though I'm pretty good. But you gotta think outside of trap. And number 5, I always create a story around any company that I buy. And the reason why I create a story around any company that I buy, because once the story changes, I now know that I can sell it. And that's so powerful for me as an investor is because when people say, well, why did you sell it? And I can't paint a picture around why I sold it, it puts me at a handicap. So I want to create a story around every company that I buy, like every company that I buy. And once that story changes, I can now sell it. What also helped me is because once I create a story around a company, and example, I created a story around Apple. And I was like, okay, like I know why Apple moves the way it moves. It moves the way it moves because when the iPhone does well, Apple does amazing. When the iPhone doesn't do good, Apple they're gonna be subpar. So when I see the iPhones not doing well, I understand the story around the business. So now I know how to pivot or not. Am I making sense? So if you can create a story, if you get enough detail to create a story around what it is you like or why you don't like the business, when that story changes, it is okay for you to sell that business. So I want you to write that down, take notes that was something I come up with. Every week in Trappin Tuesday, I try to present something new that helps you become a better investor for free. I got so much information, yo, I don't care. Let's go a little further. Oh, what is it? Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. Building a, oh, I forgot. Oh, my God. Tootie and Jose be working. All right, y'all, so I came up with this new idea. And the new idea was every week in Trappin Tuesday, I want to help people set up a trap house. And so what we gonna do is I'm gonna identify the account and we as an audience gonna build it out. How y'all feel about that? I like that. This is a new idea, it's a new concept. And we gonna work it out in LA. Now I'm gonna be real with y'all, LA. If y'all don't do good, I ain't doing it no more. So the pressure is on. All right, so the goal for us today is to build out a beginner's portfolio. All right? So we're going to break it down to 3 categories. Show me the slide, Dave. All right, so watch this. Now, here's the rules. 70% of the portfolio, and I need to write it down, because, Jose, we're going to judge him. We're going to judge him. I'm judging. So the objective is to do this. So this portfolio is going to be 70% ETFs. It's going to be 20% dividend stocks. And it's going to be 10% growth stocks. The 70%, you'll get 3 choices. The 20%, you'll get 2 choices. And the 10%, you'll get 1 choice. We trapping or we trapping? All right, so we gonna build this out together. Now, Jose, here's an idea that I got. And I'm not gonna say that I created it. Nikki helped me create it. We gonna judge every city at the end based on the performance of the portfolio that they put together. How you like that?
That boy is good.
I got it. All right, so first, the first three ETFs, what we going with? VOO, which is the S&P 500, QQQ, which is the NASDAQ, SCHD, which is a dividend portfolio from Charles Schwab, SOX, X, supposed to be two X's, which is a chip ETF, SMH, which is another chip ETF, and JPEI, which is a extremely high dividend ETF. What's our first pick? All right. Here we go. We're going to judge it. If it's VOO, say we trapping. One. See, that's why y'all be losing money. Y'all don't be letting the instructions. That would be happening. I figured it out, Jose. It be user error. It don't got nothing to do with the instruction. Y'all the type of people, when you go to the store and buy the thing, like the cabinet or whatever you want assembled, y'all throw the instructions away and you wonder why we got 3 pieces left. And then the thing break and you won't return it. No, you ain't read the instructions. All right, so if you go with VOO, say we trap. And 1, 2, 3. We're gonna sit on that. On a scale of 1 to 10, what you say, Jose? 1 to 5. It was about an 8? All right, we're gonna put it like an 8. All right, so QQQ on a counter. Goddamn. I'm going to the south. I'm going back to the south, bro. Going back to the south. All right, on a count of 3, QQQ. 1, 2, 3. Jose, how you feel? That sounds a little bit high, huh? Throw the tomatoes at Jose. Not me. So, SCHD, 1, 2, 3, we trapping. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that ain't on the list. They had 3 of them. 2 of them own it. The other person still researching. So that one ain't on the list, Jose. All right. SOXX on a count of 3. 1, 2, 3, we trapping. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that ain't it. She like, we trapping. All right. So SMH on a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. That's number 1 for sure. That's number 1. I think SMH was loud. They did. All right. So then we got JEPI. 1, 2, 3. All right, so I know what it is. It's SMH, VOO, and QQQ. Let's say we trapping if that's our 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, SMH, VOO, and QQQ. So that's the first step, Jose. That sound like a money printer? All right, Jose, let's get the people in the chat involved. All right, so next we're gonna go with our dividend play. This one's gonna be crazy. All right, so first is Broadcom. So Broadcom is in the chip space, but they attached to iPhone. It's a great company, great business. JP Morgan Chase, we know them. Home Depot, Costco, Old Realty, and Walmart. Now, we gotta be real strategic because you only get 2. So first we're gonna go with Broadcom, AVGO. It's a $500 stock and pays a good dividend. On a count of 3, we trapping. 1, 2, 3. How you feel about that, Jose? You don't think so? All right, we're gonna put that at the end. That might don't pop. They don't got enough. All right, on a count of 3, JP Morgan. See? Y'all ain't paying attention. They done turned the bank to a trap house, though. I know what they want. All right, so JP Morgan on a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I know for sure that's on the list. That was that delay. We trapping. All right. I think that may be on the list, Jose. All right. You feel me? All right, so Home Depot on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I think the JP Morgan Chase was a little better. It was a little better, so I'm gonna just put them a little high. I'm not putting them on the list, but I just think that was a little better. All right, Costco. It got to be in the water out here. That's so look, some of them hesitant, but wait. See, you know the thing? Here's the thing. When somebody else wrong, you okay. Like, I'm gonna be wrong too, so everybody just loud and wrong. All right, so we're gonna go Costco on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that might not. Okay, Costco on the list. So now we might have a little. All right, so this is old realty. So this is the monthly dividend. My man like, nope, Trap, that's trash. See, you've been trapped with me for a while. But I like what he did though, Jose. He ain't say nothing. He just was like, if he dies, he dies. We're gonna call that thumbs down. He done created his own segment. Doom, 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 doom. All right, look. Old realty. On a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. So did I mess up? Okay, let me try it again. I'm not trying to coerce you into anything. I just want to know if I messed up. So on a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Yep, they not it. It's just I just did it. My man by himself. He was like, all right, be with me, y'all. He tried to hit me with the Barry White. We trapping. Damn, Barry. If you'd have been Luther, Luther got it. All right, last but not least, Walmart. 1, 2, 3. We got our winners, bro. JP Morgan and Costco. JP Morgan and Costco. So they want the bank and they want the wholesaler. I ain't mad at that. I actually own them. All right, and last but not least, you get one growth stock. Hey, Jose, this is the perfect one. This is the perfect one. This is the perfect one. Look. Turn me up 2 days.
I'm in a bind, Nate.
Some other time.
I really need this money.
I really need that money. They in a bind purposely. Because you got to understand that there are some situations where you got to make a, this is the decision. Nope, see, that's the problem. That one. That's why the people stealing now. That's why the people stealing now. Just give me the whole goddamn answer. All right, so here we go. All right. How y'all like this so far? We add this to the show. I had an idea with me and Nikki. We're gonna add this to the show. All right, so on the count of 3, Tesla. God damn it. Oh, I just said 1, 2. All right. On the count of 3, we're gonna go with Tesla. 1, 2, 3. That ain't bad. I'm gonna give it like a 6. Give it like a 6. All right. NVIDIA on a count of 3. All right, good. 1, 2, 3. That's a 10. That'd probably be the winner, dog. I just got vision. All right, let's go with that. I'm gonna get that one. I'm gonna give it a 9. Give it a 9. Damn, y'all mad at a 9? Goddamn. They were like, nah, that's a 10. You said 10. You can't take it back. You an Indian giver. You can't come by my house. All right, number. The next one is, oh, my man. Like Apple stock a day, keep the poverty away. A count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that's a 9-2. All right, I'm gonna give it a 9 again, because everybody ain't say it. All right, Snowflake, it's a technology company, growth company. Warren Buffett own it. Somebody said, we don't care. I like how you think. On a count of 3, Snowflake, 1, 2, 3. My man got louder. He knew he was gonna be by himself. He went Teddy Pendergrass on. That ain't on the list. They get 1, so that's between NVIDIA and Apple, Jose. That's gonna be crazy. All right, next one is Microsoft. 1, 2, 3. They ain't on the list. It wasn't bad, but they ain't on the list. They ain't had that thump. They ain't had that 64 Impala hopping down with that. Yeah, they ain't had that with the gold Daytons on it. They ain't had that. All right, got AMD, baby NVIDIA. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I see what it is now. Jose, we got Tesla. No, we got NVIDIA and Apple. NVIDIA and Apple. My man with the white collar shirt on, what you like? 100%. Say he's so cool. He's so goddamn cool. He's like, who, me? It's Apple, child. Why would you even ask me that, bro? I like you, man. All right, count of 3. NVIDIA. 1, 2, 3. That moved me. That moved me. That's a 10. My ear's still ringing, Jose. My ear's still ringing. All right. All right. An apple a day, keep the poverty away. On the count of 3. I don't like how they looking at me right now. Jose, I don't like how they looking at me right now. I don't like how they looking at me right now. All right, on the count of 3, Apple. 1, 2, 3. It's Apple, dog. It's Apple, dog. All right, we'll do it one more time. We'll do it one more time. Because I don't feel like I'm cheating nobody. Ooh. All right, so I'm going to get somebody by. Ma, come here, Ma. Nah, y'all ain't going to say this to my mama. Y'all ain't going to tell my mama she lying. Why she smiling like that, dog? All right, so you got to judge, Ma.
All right.
All right, so you got to say who you think was the loudest. Okay. So it's going to be 2 companies. All right. You ready? Yeah. Take a deep breath. Let it out. Man, you'll let it out with trash. All right, there we go. There we go. All right. NVIDIA, on a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. That was loud?
Let me hear the other side first.
She said, I don't want to make no decisions yet.
The other side first.
All right. But that was on a scale of 1 to 10, would you give it? No, on 1 to 5. On a 1 to 5.
I give him 5.
You give him 5?
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
On a scale of 1 to 5. I said 1 to 5, y'all. 1 to 5. 1 to 5. They about my duck. God damn. God damn. God damn. God damn. I protect I just gave her flowers. God damn. Damn it. All right. So Apple on On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hold on. I feel like I led y'all wrong. No, because I stopped. All right, Apple. 1, 2, 3.
They got it.
My mama say they got it. Go. They might start. All right, let's clap for moms, man. Jose, Apple twice, bro. I think it was Apple twice. I think it was a close race. It was Apple. So y'all in Cali, LA, y'all portfolio is SMH, QQQ, VOO, JP Morgan, Costco, and Apple. That ain't a bad. I ain't mad at that. Let's clap for that. All right, let's clap for that. I like that. All right, let's go to our next segment, man. All right, so, we in it already? Y'all thought we was gonna look like that. Dang, y'all ain't playing. My team on it. Y'all got y'all flushing and flipping papers? Goddamn, we ain't even saying nothing yet. You're like, flip that trap, flip it. All right, so flushing and flipping is something I came up with because I wanted us to be, my show is, like Trappin 2 is about us actively engaging in the game, making investment fun, making investment decisions fun, and that's what this game is about for me. So, if you're gonna flush it, we're gonna flush it. That means you don't like it. If you're gonna flip it, we're gonna make some money. All right, so the first one is Advanced Auto Parts. Flush it up, flip it. This is a company that they into the retail part section of cars. So they sell discounted parts for cars. So, Advanced Auto Parts, flush it or flip it. What's that? What we got? Now we flushing that, man. We flushing that, man. All right. Next one we got is Foot Locker. Foot Locker sales have been declining for the last couple years. Flush it. We ain't sure. I already know what this was gonna be. NVIDIA up, man. Flush it up, flip it. We're gonna make some money. All right, next we got TOOOOUUUURRRR. Now this is a company, this is crazy, because I didn't even know this company was on the stock market, but I have it in my house. So it's a company that deals with making your house or making your business smart. So it is the device that connects and makes your house a smart home, makes your business a smart home, and they develop devices, they develop the manufacturing to go from being regular to smart. But it's down 27% on the year. I mean, I gotta give you everything. I ain't gonna leave you out there to something by yourself. Flush it up, flip it. Yeah, we gonna flush that joint. All right, next one is Dollar Tree. I'm gonna go back to my man. My dog with the white shirt on, what we doing? She said, So we're gonna go Dollar Tree. It is a place where people go to buy discount everything, but Dollar Tree came up with this idea that they have a $5 section now. They were like, nah, y'all been getting over. Dollar Tree, flush it up, flip it. I'm flushing that, man. out of here, man. I feel like it's violent up here, you heard me? All right, so next we got Burlington Coat Factory. It's definitely a... Hey, my man wife tried to get him a jacket from there, and he said, you tripping. Give me that jacket for. But it's a discount dealer for men's clothes. Might do good during these kind of economic times. Burlington Coat Factory. Flush it or flip it. What did it say, Jose? Yeah, we gonna get it. All right, so last time I put this one up, maybe like a few months ago, we had the wrong one, but I knew the right one. It went crazy when I did it too. Marvell, so it's a technology company in the technology space. Company has great management, great products and services. Tell me what y'all think about it. Marvell, flush it or flip it? We're gonna flip that joint too. All right, Intuit, it is, damn. So Intuit is a company inside of the fintech space. Also, it has, you ever saw that app Mint? The money management app, they're good with that. It is a great with helping small businesses as well, do calculations. Let's go, man. Intuit. Flip it or flip it? I like it. All right. So now we're gonna look at Roku, right? It is in the streaming business, it is the only streaming hardware that comes with its own TV. The hardware is embedded in the TV now. That's real dope. But it hasn't been doing too good this year. Roku. Oh, he put the wrong one up there. My bad. He put the wrong one up there. I probably sent it to him wrong. So we talking about Roku. My bad, y'all. That's on me. Good one. So it's Roku. My bad. I put the wrong thing up there. So streaming app. The only thing inside of the TV, they come with their own hardware. It actually has been not doing too good this year. Still haven't become profitable yet. Damn, as soon as I say that. Y'all so mean. You flushing that. All right, Applied Materials, man. This is a great company, man. Great fundamentals. Smaller company inside of the hardware service sector. It's doing pretty good this year. Not as well as AMD, not as well as NVIDIA, but it's definitely doing really, really good. How we feel about it? Flush it or flip it? I like it. Let's go with it. All right, man. That brings up this version of Flush it or flip it too to take us out of there. All right, man. All right, let's get back to it. I like it. Jose, how you feel about that? That was good. Hey, how y'all like building a trap house? We trapping. Now, I came up with that because the goal is to always put us in position to help us go through the process of, even you'll be looking at a company and be like, damn, I like both of them, but one of them only really truly fits and makes sense. You feel me? So that's why I did that. So let's go with this section of 1-800-TRAPPER hotline. That's what we ask our people. If they got questions, I answer them on the spot. We ready for that, Dave? All right, let's go with it. First question. So if you down here, you got questions, raise your hand. Yo, we got you. All right, talk to me.
What's up, Trap?
What's that? Stand up, King. There you go. Don't be shy. Talk to me.
My question is, you always talk about using the Roth IRA as an account. My question is, in that account, are you using the VOO in that account, or are you mirroring it with other assets or stocks for that matter?
Good question. So let's clap for him right quick. So one of the things he asked was, inside a Roth IRA, do we use the VOO? I'm gonna be real with you, I don't use it because it's a Roth and because, you know, it's tax-free on the back end, so all the gains you're gonna make on it gonna be tax-free. I'm cool with taking a little more risk than I would in the regular portfolio because I know this long term. I know I wanna win on the back end of it. And so I'm willing to go with individual stocks, all individual stocks inside that Roth. That makes sense? Good job. Now remember, I ain't do financial advisor. So don't be telling people Trav told me. All right, let's go, man. Questions. We're going to do 4 people. Questions. Let's answer them live. Let's go with it. What's good, King?
Hey, what's up, Trap? So I heard you speak on the CPA before. I don't want to fumble my question, but so as just a regular individual with no business, are you giving advice in that we can go and get help from a CPA instead of going to deal with like just a basic tax advisor?
So probably not, right? But I think once you start having, because you don't even have to have a business, but once you start getting into like investing heavy, once you start buying other assets, like if you just working a job right now, I don't think that's gonna benefit you because they cost, right? They ain't cheap. You feel me? But I think as you grow your net worth and then as you make more investments, whether it's real estate, whether it's stocks, I think then you should navigate to it because they not, like H&R Block ain't there to help you. You feel what I'm saying? Like the CPA most of them, they gonna help you allocate your money the right way. You feel me? So I definitely think that. I think you should grab, I think everybody at some point, if you're serious about building wealth, you should definitely focus on trying to find you a CPA, somebody that really know. I'm on my 4th one. We finally got a good one. So I will say this. Your first time ain't gonna be you're gonna learn from it. Cause you don't know. I keep it real. Y'all gonna see when we talk about the workshop. Like you don't know. You don't really be knowing what to ask. You know what I'm saying? So I was Googling questions to ask, not even knowing what I wanted the answer to be. Then I'm asking people, you know what I'm saying? And then also what you realize is, I'm gonna keep it real, as you grow your money, you outgrow certain CPAs. Every CPA not equipped, and it's not their fault, but as you get into different tiers, some people just know a little bit more. And they help you learn how to navigate. So I will say, as you grow, let's get it. Say, I see a young king with his hand up. Let's definitely do that. Let's do that. I hope nobody ain't mad, but I like to hear the young voices. You feel me?
I have Tesla stock right now, and it's going down. Should I wait for it to go back up? No, go lower so I could buy it, or should I buy some more shares?
What's the last part you said? Should you what?
Should I buy some more stocks of it when it's going down more?
All right, cool.
Or should I buy some more stocks right now?
All right, cool. Let's clap for that. First of all, how old are you?
I'm 10.
God dang, you 10 years old with Tesla stock. You with your mama?
Yes, sir.
Man, good job, Mom. God damn. Good job, Mom. First of all, let me just say the importance of that. At 10 years old, that means they're having a conversation in their household. That's the most important part, normalizing the conversation in the household. So what I personally would say do is because you own it, I think I would set three points on where I would buy that. So I want moms to get with LaShawna. I want to buy you a share of Tesla, yo. Yeah. Hey, check this out. Don't everybody start asking questions with their children now. Don't ask. So moms, once you get with LaShawna, she gonna be around here somewhere. We gotta see the account first to make sure he got it. And then we gonna cash app you the money, but we won't buy you a share of Tesla. What I will do is, the last couple of days it actually went up pretty good. It depends on what price you got it at. But I think you'll see an opportunity, and it depends on where you bought it at. But since you 10, and I'm gonna buy the next share right now, so use my money to buy the next share. We do that? There we go. Let's rock with that. Let's do that.
Thank you.
Yo, I just want to say how important that is. I did it with my daughter, and so we have the conversations all the time about investing. And one of the things that hurts us is we become adults and we don't know a damn thing about money. Now we learning about money as adults. We 30 years old, like, wait, what I'm supposed to be doing? You know what I'm saying? And it ain't our fault, but now we got to learn, and we learn it in the moment. You know what I'm saying? And so what I love about that situation, and you're going to see I talk about it in a workshop when I talk about family SOPs, we 100% need to normalize those conversations, and it ain't about them getting it right at 10. It ain't about them making the right decision. It's about them saying, I won't make the decision. I won't ask Trap, should I be buying a Tesla stock? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think we need to do that. And one of the things I did with my little one was once she made 2, I opened a custodial account. At 7, she see it now. We in Disney World. She like, Daddy, I want to buy some more Mickey Mouse. I'm like, not right now. Now Daddy gonna make the right investment decision. You know, not right now. But it's so important because how can we truly say we building generational wealth if we not bringing them on a journey with us? You know what I'm saying? How can we truly do that? Like, one of the things I learned about like wealthy families was when I looked at, and I'm gonna be real, I was looking at Bernard Arnault. In case you know, it's the guy who owned Louis Vuitton, Moet Hennessy. So he older in age right now. So when he bought Tiffany and Company, what he did was he made his daughter the CEO. She became the CEO. He got 2 more sons. He put his sons on the board of the other companies. And then because they got kids, he said, you know what? Here's what we gonna do. When I die, none of y'all can't sell. We still gotta own at least, so right now they own 61% of the company. He said, y'all can't sell a single stock until 30 years after I die. He put that in writing. He put that in the truck. You can't sell. I was like, what? And then he put it where the grandchildren, they gotta at least own 50% of the company at all times. So he done already put them in position. So while he's still alive, they having a conversation. Daddy, how do I run this business? Daddy, go make the decision. All right, I'm here for you. The problem that a lot of us have is we trying to learn it on our own, and then our kids watching us struggle to make the financial decisions, so now they gonna struggle to make the financial decisions. But if we normalize having a conversation with them about the money, if we normalize the cause and effects of money, if we give values and we put a program in place on how they're supposed to look at money, now we have now put the next generation not just in position with money, but with information around money. And that's what changed the game. Let's clap for Mama one more time. All right, let's get 2 more questions and then we're gonna move on.
Thank you for coming to LA.
Let's go, Queen.
So the market has not been rewarding Apple this month, but has overall year to date. Apple earnings were down the last quarter and they expect a similar quarter for the next one. With that being said, do you still think it's a good play for 9 months, say June to September 24, at a $200 strike price? No. So if you're not in it already, because Apple is such, so essentially what the Queen asked was, because Apple's earnings has decreased, is it a good idea to put a $200 strike price for next year, right? Am I right? Good. So here's what I would say. I would say, and Apple is just one of those crazy companies, so many investors seek safety in it because it's so big, right? And because it don't even move like a technology stock no more, it moves differently, right? So for me, because I'm already in it, I'm gonna roll down one more time. It has rewarded it this month, you're absolutely correct. But also, September is the worst month in the market. And so, and I'm gonna show that, I think the average return during September is negative 0.1%, right? Which means that the average stock gonna go down. So what I would say is, if we watch September real close, toward the end of the month, we'll see how the market is moving, and I think September may be a better time to make that play than right now.
That makes sense? Even though you know, like, all right, like, I may roll down one time, but why not save the opportunity for if I'm in September and it goes bad, I can roll down instead of being in August and it, you know what I'm saying? So I think, and don't let 2 good days fool you. It's been trading sideways between $76 and $79 for the last month and a half. You know what I'm saying? So that's a great question. Apple is always one of those stocks. And that's why I say we need to learn, like, once we learn how stocks move, we now understand a little bit more about the identity of that business. Great question, Queen. Let's go one more. Let's clap for the Queen right quick. All right, let's go one last question. What we got?
What's going on with you, Trap?
What's good, family?
Just want to let you know, shout out to Trappers
Speak up a little bit. Let me hear you.
Shout out to Trappers Anonymous.
Let's go, man. Damn.
Thank you for coming to L.A. in my Friday voice. Come back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now, I like it out here.
But just want to think a little bit ahead. With BRICS coming out, you know, they got these countries. Obviously, I've been looking to think ahead and get exposure to India. Now they are one of the biggest populated countries and still growing, and they heavy in tech. So if I'm thinking about India, what countries or what companies should I be thinking about and trying to look into?
That's great. And my answer would be Apple. Here's why. Apple just 100%. It is the fastest growing economy right now. But the problem is 80% of people in India can't afford an iPhone. Right? So even though it's growing and Apple put the first Apple store there, the people there still have a money problem. You feel me? So what's probably going to happen is a lot of companies going to replace China with India for production, right? So they can get, because, you know, China be running China like that row. You feel me? He be running, he on a mission over there. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of companies, especially American companies, are going to want to do that, because what America does is America starts to penalize countries that are going to China for all their labor. Now, no matter how you feel, I'm not with Trump or none of that, but you feel how you feel. But one of the things Trump did say to America, and I think one of the things we got to realize is we got to stop looking at the person and start looking at the message and take heed to the message. Like, I don't care, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't tripping. Like, you believe what you won't believe, but if somebody, even if somebody I don't like say something smart, I'm be like, damn, that makes sense. You feel what I'm saying? So one of the things Trump did tell America was this. He said, you cannot be a superpower if your enemy got all your jobs. You can't be a superpower if all the he got on. He was for you got to go back to it, but he was targeting Apple heavy. He said, "How the hell are you gonna be the richest, the biggest company from a market cap space in America, and most of your stuff coming from China?" He said, "We need more American-made companies. We need more American jobs. You cannot be a superpower with all your money going over there." And I was like, "Damn, old Orange Face got a point." He got a point. Like, I don't be, and I think one of the things for us, what we got to learn how to do is, like, we got to emotionally disassociate ourselves with who's saying it and, like, get the message. You know what I'm saying? Like, we like, America, listen, I'm a black man in America. Like, I ain't going to always get my fair shake at stuff. But that ain't going to stop me from building wealth, because the wealth gain don't care what color you is. Stock market don't care what color you is. Can you put the money in the machine and make the machine print money? You're going to do that based on not the color, but based on the information. So when you see that somebody saying something smart, you're like, dang. So you start looking at America, not emotionally. Start looking at America like, yo, this is a big old business. This one big business. And so Warren Buffett said something that I really love. He said, I love the business of America. I might not agree with everything you do, but I love the business of America. And so for me, I'm going to be real. I ain't never seen nobody say I'm about to move to Russia because it's the best place to do business. I ain't never seen nobody say I'm about to, you know, you may move to like Turkey or somewhere else because you feel like you get a better quality of life, but you ain't never went there because you felt like that's the best place to do business. And so when it comes to business, America give you a lot of opportunities, especially when it comes to building the wealth. And building wealth, I feel like I love the business, and because I understand business, now if a company doing bad business, I'm like, you know what? They doing, like for me, morally, I would never invest in a prison stock. Morally, because of I understand we're going in prison. So I'm not gonna never invest in the prison stock. And a lot of times if I can identify that the company is investing in the prison, I'm gonna shy away from it. I'm like, nope, that don't align morally with me, right? But a company that I like, I understand the business. So people like, man, why you invest in Facebook? Them people stealing our data. Let's be real, you don't care about your data anyway. You play every Facebook, this is how you gonna look when you 60. This is what you gonna look like, this with your children you gonna have. You don't really care about your data like that. The only reason you care about it because they keep saying the people using your data. If you did, you wouldn't do something. You wouldn't be online like you are. Listen, you're in America. They look at every enemy of the state. Everything you do, they know what you got going on. Keep it at 100. So I ain't mad at Facebook. I ain't tripping. I know they're using my data, but guess what? I'm gonna make some money, fam. I don't get caught up in the stuff I can't control, but if it don't align with me morally, then I got the option to say I ain't about to invest in that. But if I'm cool with what's going on and it don't rock with me, yo, I'm rocking with it. Yo, I used to smoke weed, but I don't smoke weed no more, but I'm going to invest in the marijuana company if I feel like it. You do what you do. For me, I won't invest in Johnson & Johnson no matter what, because in my mind, they intentionally knew they was giving people cancer and they still kept going with it. So when they paid a couple $1 billion, that was a skim off. They wasn't tripping on that. A couple $1 billion, they made hundreds of $1 billion. They was cool with that. But for me, morally, yo, I ain't cool with that. So one of the things I'm gonna always say is morally, don't invest what you don't align with. But when it comes to building wealth in America, I'm rocking out. Damn, I went on a rant right quick. Well, let's move a little further, man. All right, so let's get to the next segment. Jose, Dave, what we got? Learn the lingo. Let's go a little further. All right, so this week's Learn the Lingo is treasury bills. So the reason why I use this is because I want most people play the game, but they don't understand the language in the game. And so because you don't understand the language in the game, you can't play the game at a high level. So Learn the Lingo this week is treasury bills. What is that? So treasury bills is a short-term U.S. government debt obligated backed by the Treasury Department with a maturity of 1 year or less. Now, here's the dope part about that. So, stocks, bonds, treasury bills, they should all be a part of your portfolio depending on where you at in your life. Warren Buffett did something amazing with Berkshire Hathaway. Hey, beautiful. Over the last 90 days, Warren Buffett has been spending $10 billion every Monday buying 30-day to 90-day treasury bills, and it's been giving him $50 million in return. Now, I personally believe that they only make sense in my mind if you have large quantities of money, but the dope part about it is a treasury bill or a bond is essentially you loaning America some money and America paying you that money back. Here's an example in case you don't know. So let's say, and I'm gonna use this, you'll never get 10%. Let me say, I'm about to use the number 10 because it's easy, but you ain't gonna never get 10% on none of these things, right? So here's how that goes. So let's say I wanna build out a studio, and the studio may cost me $100,000. And so I say, you know what? I don't wanna use my money, but I wanna give out these treasury bills, these bonds or whatever. I'm gonna say bonds because it's a little longer. So let's say I'm giving 10%, and the bonds cost $10,000 per bond. Y'all with me? 10,000, 10%, it matures in 3 years. So here's how that goes. The first year, what's 10% of 10,000? Come on, California. LA, what's 10% of 10,000? Ooh, Jose, they teaching out here? All right, 10% of 10,000 is 1,000. So what's gonna happen is the first year, you're gonna get $1,000. The second year, you'll get $1,000 because that's your 10%. The third year, you're gonna get that and your $10,000 back. Does that make sense? That's how they work. Now, you're gonna get this from two ways. It's gonna either be a corporate bond or a government bond. Government bonds are the safest way to go. Corporate bonds are a little risky because it's a corporation, it's a business. Businesses get in the middle of a project and they realize we spend too much money and they go bankrupt. And if they go bankrupt, you don't get your money. That's the risk of a corporate bond. So the safest way to do is always do government bonds. Warren Buffett been doing them as treasury bills, which are shorter term. He's been doing it for 30 days and 90 days. And over that time span, I think he generated an extra like $60 billion or something like that. His war chest now, like $30 billion. And now he has a war chest of $150 billion. He got more money on the side than any company on the stock market. So there's always a time when you want to do bonds. The reason why it's dope right now is because they're paying 5%. That's more than any bank. So he's using the 5% while it's like that, because normally you're going to get 1%, 1.5%. Am I making sense? All right, let's go a little further, man. All right, so I always use this well track right here. This is important, not this specific one, but I always use the well track because I love music, we love music, but I'm always trying to find music that represents what we talking about, which is wealth. So this week, our well track is brought to you by, who else, man? Y'all know that, man. All right, so, and I got it from the Racks in the Middle song, and he says, this was dope to me. Bleed music, invest, enterprise, take lucrative steps, cold game, but I knew it was chess. As a youth in the set, learn the game, you a student at best. Yeah. So, you know, because he's a musician, he was a musician, music was the way he voiced how he felt about the world. But no matter what you are, you should bleed that. And so for me, I say the only way to become super successful in the market is you got to become the market. You got to study it, you got to live it, you got to eat it, you got to become it. And then he says the next thing is, so this thing makes him money, music, and so the next thing is to invest that money. The next part, which is amazing, is when we think about enterprise. That's business. That's business. And I truly believe that in order to be successful in this world, one, you need to learn how to invest your money, and two, you don't have to become an entrepreneur, but you definitely should learn how to create some type of business. And the reason why is because America gives two people the most benefits, the entrepreneur and the investor. So even if you got a small business or a smaller business, you're going to get so much benefits from America from that, you should start one on GP. It's the business of America. And so to then take lucrative steps, meaning, you know, once you're in business, you learn business. I'm going to be real with you. Going to business school may be cool, but getting experience in business is better. Because I know a lot of teachers that teach business don't got a business. I know a lot of entrepreneurs like myself who hasn't taken a business class, but I'll run laps around a business teacher. And the reason for that is a lot of times you don't learn how to swim from reading the book, you learn how to swim from jumping in the water. Because once you jump in the water, you start adapting fast. Sink or swim. And so, cold game, but I know it was chess. Just life in itself, man, is a chess game. And I'm gonna be real, a lot of us, we won't succeed in life because we got too emotionally attached to the decisions that we make. And once we start realizing it's just a cold game, and you play the game with your emotions on the side but not on your sleeve, you can play the game different. As a youth in the set, you know, he's just talking about in the hood, and it's only my perspective, but you always gonna be, to get into anything, and it's just me putting it in my word, you gotta start off young. You start off at first grade. You start off your first investment. Don't worry about Warren Buffett making $1 million. Don't worry about Trap having a $40,000 day, because in 2018, I was having a $100 day and I was excited. I was excited about a $100 day. The last one is you're a student at best. Man, we're gonna always be a student. We should never shy away from being a student, because there's so much that we learn in the process of becoming great at a game. That's what teaches us and helps us evolve. Most of us want to skip the student stage. We want to become the master, but really and truly, the master is only an elevated student. Warren Buffett reads 900 pages a day. What book can he read that's going to change his life? Every last one of them. Because it only takes a little nugget to change your perspective. It only takes a little piece of knowledge. Trap, what book should I get to invest? All of them. Every last one you can put your hands on. Because there isn't a book that hasn't taught me something. There's not one book that's going to change your life. It's a combination of all the books that you read, and then you apply the information, and the information changes your life. The problem is you're a lazy learner, and so because you're a lazy learner, it's going to be hard for you to be a great earner. You're a lazy learner. You want everybody to tell you, man, tell me what to do. But I'm going to tell you why I would do it, but because you don't got no skin in the game, now you are handicapped. You are vulnerable to my information. If you allow them to feed you, you give them permission to what? I ain't letting nobody starve me, so that means I got to go learn how to hunt on my own. And I'm going to take the information you gave me, I'm going to download the information, but I'm going to keep what I can use, I'm going to get rid of what I can't, and I'm going to apply it all. And so before we do that, let me get into my last segment. It's going to take me to, right, like the aspirations of a generation are at stake right now. You and I are solely responsible for the tone in our families and in our communities moving forward. The tone in our household, the tone in our cars, the tone on vacation, but that tone is always set by the conversation. And one of the things I love to say is, if you change the conversation, you change the compensation. You change the way you talk. You change the people who you're talking to. A byproduct of that is changing the money you make. Beyond the prism of your own docile reality, we all have this abiding faith that one day it'll get better. It'll get better. One day the dreams do become reality. One day the things will all fall in our favor. Well, that one day is now. We must raise up from the subordinate disposition that we immerse ourselves in. We must take claim to the territory that has our name on it. We do not negotiate for it. We do not have to ask nicely. We have to go possess it. The word possess it is so powerful to me because in Joshua 1:11, God told Joshua, prepare the victuals so you can go possess the land over Jordan that I, the Lord God, has given to you. He didn't say go take it nicely. He didn't say go ask him for it. He didn't say go knock on the wall and ask him, yo, could you give it to me? He said prepare the victuals. That means get the food, get the weapons, get everything we need, because you got to go take the land that is already for you. It's got your name on it. I give it to you. So in order to go possess something that I've already given to you, that means it was yours before you even asked me about it. It was yours already. So in the land of America, I'm telling you that in the Pledge of Allegiance, it says something about the land of the free, the home of the brave. But what I realize is the freedom that you want ain't gonna be given to it. So you got to go prepare the victuals so you can go possess it. Ain't gonna be given to you. School system ain't gonna give it to you. The job ain't gonna give it to you. And I'm talking white, black, I don't care what your race, color, or creed is, freedom ain't gonna be given to you. The one that they gonna give you is limited, and we see that every day. The freedom that is given to you is limited, but the opportunity, and when you go get it yourself, it tastes better. It's an acquired taste. So you gotta go possess it. And what I love about going possess something is, as you increase your capacity to possess it, you can then increase the territory. We're going to increase our territory as we increase the capacity. And I'm going to use David again. So when David, before he fought Goliath, he had an altercation with a lion and a bear. So once he beat that, he was like, yo, I'm good. Okay, let me get ready for the next one. Oh, I'm good. What happens is when you increase your capacity, you then increase your confidence. And as you increase your confidence, your belief that what you attain increases. The reason why I know I can be $1 million trader is because I made $40,000. I made $50,000. But guess what? When I lost $113, I ain't say ouch. I say, ooh. I'm built for this. I can't turn back around. I'm all in now. So as you increase your capacity, you increase the territory. The territory already got your name on it. You just gotta go possess it. And so you must actively trample our old beliefs. And we must battle mediocrity. We must relentlessly pursue excellence at all costs, even if it means leaving some people behind. Everybody won't understand the vision. Everybody not gonna understand the sacrifices. Everybody not gonna understand the suffering. But at the end of the day, when we know that it's worth it, you gotta define what is worth it to you. Worth it. My mama. First person I saw get shot before. My mama going to prison. My mama. I said, it's worth it to me because I want my mama to see what the other side of life look like. My daughter, I want her to see what the other side feel like. Because you're going to get on TV and I don't have nothing against the Kardashians, but what I do realize is no matter how she started, what I do know is all of them got multiple kids, and the youngest one became the billionaire before the oldest one. And now what I do know is for the next 25 years, you probably gonna see the Kardashians on your TV. Probably gonna see them on your TV. And so for me, it's saying either you're gonna play the game or you're gonna look at everybody win the game. You gotta make the decision. You gonna clap for everybody else and not clap at yourself, or you gonna clap for everybody else because you know as they succeed, you know there's the possibility for you to succeed. And so the more I see you winning, the more it let me know that I can win. All I gotta do is get in the game. It's only a matter of time before I drop 50. And so I say to you, again, we must relentlessly pursue excellence at all costs, even if it means leaving some people behind. Episode 57 of Trappin' Tuesdays, man. Let's clap for it, y'all. All right, man. Oh, okay. All right, man, like it. Oh, man, let's go. That's love. That's love. That's love. That's love. All right, man, shout out Trappin' Tuesdays, man. Every Thursday, man, Jose drops the audio for Trappin' Tuesdays, man. Make sure y'all download it. Make sure y'all go subscribe to it. Let's kill it on the live. You already know what we're doing. Let's take 2 minutes, y'all. Go get your workbooks. You're going to need them. We about to get into this workshop. Take your little bathroom break for a second. Give you 5